trading is 80% patience and only 10 to 20% execution. Got to sit there and wait for your setup. There's been a few times where I'm like, dang, I missed my trade. Not even 5 minutes later, it'll come back up to my spot and give me my entry and then go in the direction that I wanted to go in. So a lot of times you just got to wait. You just got to wait.
Good morning, TradeLocker.
Hey, man.
What's up, everybody? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can see you. I see you're in your coach uniform.
I did a little Nike shirt. I'm chilling today. I'm off today.
How much are they paying you to wear this on the auditorium?
Not enough.
Yeah, man, we have spoken in like a month and a half, something like that, I believe.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we have spoken on the Discord DM, but we haven't spoken here. I remember last time you were quite a bit, you just started to go full time and then you got humbled a little bit, if I remember correctly.
Indeed, definitely got humbled by the markets. It was a interesting month, to say the least. But since then, just been working on getting my discipline back and, slowly working back into the green and things like that. So, just staying the course, keeping my head down and, keep trying.
I remember that it was the main reason why you went into a little bit of a downfall was because you just didn't stick to your rules. I mean, you were trading you had your trading rules before and you didn't stick to them, and that's what made the problems.
Yeah, those rules have now been refined even more. And so, just trying to stay disciplined. I think my discipline is back up to where it was when I had that crazy month of March. Now, obviously, just because you got your discipline back doesn't mean that you're going to hit the crazy gains. But the discipline is back. I can wake up every morning and not get FOMO'd into a trade, kind of do my trading setup and call it a day. So it's definitely been a lot easier on the mental and on the psych as far as trading when my discipline is in order. And it just, there's going to be days that you lose. And me sticking to my plan, it just allows me to eat those days, accept those days a little bit easier. Nobody, I don't care what you say. If you're a trader, I don't care what you say. You don't like losing. You don't like looking at that P&L and seeing red. I don't care what you say. And you say here a lot to me. You say here a lot to yourself. You say here a lot to Antonio. But, I ain't going to believe you. So, don't nobody like losing. So, sticking to your plan and staying disciplined just allows you to accept it, and move on and just realize that there's more to trade and just come back tomorrow,
Yeah. What would you say, what's the average of the average number of profitable days you have in the month?
So this month I've had nine profitable days this month. I don't trade Wednesdays. So that takes 4 days out of the month for me. So you got to think that's about, on average, it's about 16 trading days a week for me. A month for me, 16 trading days a month.
So little over a half.
What's up?
Little over a half.
Yeah. So I'm about 11 days in the green right now. Or I'm sorry, I'm about 9 days in the green right now. I've traded 11 days in total. 13 days in total. Sorry, I've traded 13 days in total. And I am 9 days in the green. I've had 4 losing days this whole month. So
and it's just about also minimizing those losing days.
Minimizing. I wouldn't say I went on tilt earlier last week. But there was a day where I kept trying. I wouldn't say I was on tilt, but you look at that set and be like, I'm going to try one more time. And that one more time kind of took me over my threshold for the day, which kind of messed up my P&L for the month. But, I'm human. You make those mistakes. But I stopped myself before I got a little too bad. I just wanted to try one more time. And it didn't work out. So it happened. So one of the days this month was a really, really big losing day. But for the most part, I think my average losing day is anywhere from $150 to $200. And this is on prop firm stuff. So my average winning day is anywhere from 300 to 900. So, as long as if you're winning on average, if you're winning more than you're losing, then you'll never be red. So for a month, I'm up a couple hundred, not anything crazy, but it's better than being green or better than being red. So I can't complain.
Yeah. You would say that one thing I noticed about every auditorium that we do is you always come up with a new thing that you learned every time.
Oh, yeah, got you. If you're not learning, you ain't getting no better. A lot of people in this space think that they found the holy grail or their strategy's it. And that's just not this space. There's so many ways to be successful in this space. And if you get complacent, that's when the market starts to do things to you that you don't like. So for me, I've learned that I got to keep expanding my knowledge, even if it's just tweaking my strategy, and not really changing it, but tweaking little things to where, I'm just making sure I'm avoiding, I wouldn't say mistakes, but the setups that I don't like, just avoiding things that don't turn out well. So I'm constantly tweaking and trying to learn things to better my strategy because like you said, I can't, you're not gonna grow, and you're just not. So
yeah. The last thing that you did, we talked yesterday, is you started going more into prop firms and prop challenges. What made you do that?
Just realizing kind of the risk to reward aspect of it, not to sound cocky or anything. I know I'm a decent trader. So I know in reality, paying for a couple challenges and then getting a few payouts, I'll be in the green, right? I don't think I'm ever going to put myself in that red category of chasing prop firms around. So, I mean, I am funded now. So I think for me, just the capital, until I can get my capital back up to where I want it to, me personally.
Yeah.
Prop firms for me is the better risk to reward. God forbid I blow an account. It's not going to be, 1-2K. It'll cost me, a couple $100. So, just all that to say, is for me, I'm looking at it big picture. I'm looking at it like, okay, if I try 10 accounts and I pass 2 of them and I get, 1 or 2 payouts, that basically paid for all those challenges right there. So
Yeah.
that's just kind of look at it. And eventually I will go back into the live scene. But right now I'm trying to build up my personal capital with the prop firms. And for me, it's a little easier to do that.
Yeah, I understand. The interesting thing is that, every prop firm has their own conditions, their own limits, their own, kind of like guides on how you need to pass those challenges and keep staying funded trader. And those conditions are there because it will make you a better trader. And this is something that came naturally to you because of your previous experience, right?
Yeah. So like a lot of people complain about prop firm rules and about how they're too strict and how they're that and this. I mean, honestly, if you sit down and think about it, you got to think about it like that's their way of protecting their assets. They don't want gamblers. And in a sense, there's a lot of people that get on the charts, and I'm in a lot of different Discords. So you may say this is wrong, but I sit back and I watch a lot of these chats. Most people in this space, they're gamblers. Give it for what it is. They don't really understand the true risk management behind being a true profitable trader. And so like a lot of these Discords, it's, hey, I'm going to buy 20 funded accounts and I'm a long 10 and I'm a short 10. And whichever 10 pass, those are the ones I'm going to work. And that's how they do it. And then they wait for the next big news day and they trade their funded accounts the same way. And so it's and a lot of these prop firms are now cracking down on it, right? Which is causing the big spiral and the big uproar of, they're denying my payouts. It's no, they just want you to do it the right way. And me, I've never been one to trade like that anyway. So those rules and those things never really affected me. Like I was never one to trade news. So all these prop firms that have the no news trading, like that never affected me because I already don't trade the news. You know what I mean? So things like that don't affect me. And they never really have. I don't think they ever will because that's just my style of trading. Not everybody's like that. But I think people need to be more aware of the fact that these rules they're put in place to make you a better trader. It don't do nothing for them. Regardless, they got to pay you out, right? If you're abiding by the rules and hitting your minimum requirements and everything that you need to do, they're going to pay you out.
Yeah.
But they also have to protect themselves. It's a business. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't realize. And a lot of people don't understand business. So they don't look at trading like a business. They look at it like a hobby, or they look at it like, I need a quick $10,000. Let me go long, let me full port, see if I can, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, everybody's different, but I think people need to realize that prop firms are really made for traders. Like they're not made, it's not an online casino. You know what I mean? It's not these online bingo advertisements that you get on your phone when you scroll on Facebook. It's a legit thing. It's a business. So treat it like one and you'll probably see better results.
So if there's any prop traders now in the audience listening, I would summarize what you said. It's in the interest of the prop firm for you to become a funded trader and stay a funded trader. It's better for them and it's better for you. But it's a business, so it's better for them, obviously. And if it's better for them, it's better for you. And you need to understand that these rules are here to make you become that funded trader. And take it to heart and try to be, strict to yourself, not just by the prop firm, but take their guides and try to stay in those limits, those conditions, because it will help you long term. And yeah, I'm really glad that you talked about gambling and such. I hear a lot of people still confusing people that are not aware of forex trading and everything. They still confuse it with gambling. They still confuse it with online casinos and such. It will be like that. It will be like that if you're not doing it right. And yeah, so thank you for that.
Correct, Todd. Even with the profit are coming over to TradeLocker, I keep seeing the same things. A lot of these, all the rules. Man, they're made for a reason. If you already set yourself up to be a structured trader, it really shouldn't bother you too much. If you have guidelines and rules for yourself in place, following somebody else, it shouldn't bother you too much, and it shouldn't hinder your trading too much.
So how long do you have the funded account?
I've had my funded account since March. So 2 months. I'm still working on a payout. That just shows you right there. I'm still working on a payout. I still have not got paid out yet, but I'm trying to not be greedy. There was a few times where I was $500-$600 away and got a little greedy and lost a good good bit of change. So now I'm just, hey, whenever it happens, it's gonna happen. Whenever it happens, it's gonna happen. So
How big of a funded account are we talking about? If you
it's 25. It's nothing crazy.
25.
It's nothing crazy. It's the one that I tried the very first time I got into the futures trading world. I was with Apex and still am, but they were doing that little promotion deal, and I was just like, you know what? I want to dabble in it. And like y'all all know, I'm cheap, so if it's free, it's for me. And I was like, I don't really want to pay monthly to demo. I might as well buy a challenge and get the free data and not, you know what I mean? And so I passed the challenge within like 3-4 days, and I was like, well, I might as well keep trading the account. So we've been there ever since, you know?
Yeah, I understand. Guys, if you have any questions for Coach or for me, feel free to use the comment section. Coach, I didn't mean to, take too long on this session. If you want to talk about something else, feel free. But I was kind of interested in if you could show us a little bit how you're managing that funded account right now. And just
Let me pull up my browser real quick.
you already have one question in the section if you want to. By our question master, Bobby, he always has great questions.
Is that hard body, Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dog. My computer being done. Says, Coach, what's your biggest lesson that helped you learn over the past couple months? Bro, just sticking to my plan and being disciplined, but like 100% just being disciplined. Like my biggest challenge from when I went full time, and for all my babies out there, when I jumped out the porch, right? When I jumped off the porch, my discipline went in the toilet. Like it was gone. Like for whatever reason, the stress, the psychology, the psych that went around, live trading, it just went completely down the toilet. So being disciplined, I spent since the last time we talked on TradeLocker, since the last time you see my face, I've done nothing but try to work on my discipline. I don't trade on Wednesdays. I only trade from 9 a.m. Central Time to 10 a.m. Central Time. So that's 10 o'clock EST to 11 o'clock EST. And a lot of times by 10:30, 10:45 EST, I'm already off the charts. I'm already done. I've already won my trades. I've already lost my trades, or the trades are still, but in my head, I'm like, whatever happens at this point, I'm done. So like I've narrowed it down. Like I remember at one point we talked, my trading window was from like 7 a.m. to like 1 p.m. So that was like a 5-hour window that I was sitting there staring at the charts. I condensed that down to like about an hour. And I've realized that that's my most profitable hour. So as long as I'm trading in that hour, majority of the time, about 60% of the time, I'm going to win my trades. So for me, it's just been discipline, man. I don't think I can stress that enough. You can have not the best strategy in the world, but if you got good discipline, you'll make money. You know what I'm saying? It's all about waiting. What I realized is trading is 80% patience and waiting and only 10 to 20% execution. You know what I mean? You got to sit there and wait for your setups. There's been a few times where I'm like, dang, I missed my trade. And not even 5 minutes later, it'll come back up to my spot and give me my entry and then go in the direction that I wanted to go in. So a lot of times you just got to wait. You just got to wait. Now, NQ has not been nice for those of y'all that trade nines and NQ. She's been given the moves pre-market. And for me, I don't like that. I don't trade pre-market. So she been skipping me. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Let's look at these questions. Who else got a question for me?
Maybe you can first refer to Shockwave's comment.
What do you say? This project, as I said in the past, have a 3 for quitting a job. Yes, 100%. Shock. Yes, ease into it, y'all. Anybody that's gonna jump off the porch, ease into it, man. Ease into it, or have a big enough buffer. Here's what I would say: if you're gonna jump off the porch, have a big enough buffer to where you can pay your rent for a whole year, just in case anything happens. Right? If trading's not working or whatever, at least be able to pay your bills for a year. That's my advice to everybody, because it gets hard. You know what I'm saying? It gets hard. The psychology is the biggest thing, especially when you're looking at the market in a way that like. You need the money, you know what I mean? It makes everything harder. You're not looking at your trades the same way. You're not looking at the market the same way. Everything's different. So, yeah, you just got to...
Do you rely heavily on certain indicators? If so, which ones? I don't recall you using...
I am a naked trader. I do not use anything on my line anything on my charts except for horizontal lines to mark out basically support and resistance. I'm a support and resistance trader. So you see all those Instagram reels and YouTube shorts that say, support and resistance don't work, don't whatever. It worked for me. It worked for your boy. So I don't use no indicators. No. Yes, risk management above all, Bruno. Bruno? Yeah. Risk management above. If you're not using proper risk management, you basically gonna take yourself out of the game. So I would highly suggest risk management and have a max loss for the day. Like for instance, depending on the contract size that I'm trading that day, depends on how much I'm willing to lose. If I'm only trading 2 contracts that day or whatever, I'm only willing to lose about $225 to $250. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to cut into my P&L trading two contracts, because then I put myself on tilt, and you don't want to put yourself on tilt. So I try to maximize my wins and my losses. And let's just say, and I trade two instruments now. I'm back to trading gold as well as Nas. So let's just say, gold gives me my move and I make my money. I won't trade GC. I won't, because I've already hit, I've already made some money. I don't want to tank that by trying to catch another trade. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll look for one setup on one. I won't look up for a setup on both. If I can catch a setup on both, perfect. But there's a lot of mornings where GC will be setting something up and I'll catch that one, and NQ won't have nothing setting up for me. And so I won't trade NQ that day. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of what it is. So also trading gold has allowed me to not rush into a trade in NQ just because I'm scared that, it's not going to give me my move. So that also helped as well.
Bobby asked
about
the journaling.
Journaling. So shout out to 38 trades, my boy Devin. You know what I'm saying? I've been using he actually sent me his profit tracker, I think before he dropped it on the Auditorium.
Yep.
And so when he dropped it to me, I never really played around with it. I had it on standby, but I never played around with it. But starting in May, I actually started playing around with it, and it actually helped me a whole lot, just keeping me accountable and seeing what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So journaling wise, I use his profit tracker for that, and it works. I mean, it's done me more good than harm.
Guys, I remember
it's really kept me.
I remember when he showed it on the Auditorium, and you can use definitely great trading journals and so on. But what Coach is talking about Devin's journal, it's basically a Google Sheet.
Yes.
Really, really simple. And it's just to get the habit of it, of try to journal everything you do. And
100%.
All right. I think we half an hour passed. I think this was a great catch up, especially with you, Coach. Always fun to listen to, always entertaining.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Thank you for showing up. Every time there's something new with you, and I'm happy that we can track your progress like this. Thank you guys for the great questions. I'll share today if we have somebody new tomorrow, or if not, then I'll share for the next week. That's it from me. That's it from Coach. I just want to drop a little teaser. Go to the TradeLocker.com and find algo trading. I don't know if you guys saw already the TradeLocker Studio, what we're trying to build with the AI and custom bots and indicators, but go over there and get a little glimpse, because that is going to come out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. That's it for me. I just wanted to drop a little teaser. Coach, if you have any final words.
Nothing, man. If y'all need something to do in the next 30 minutes, jump over to my YouTube, because I'm going to be going live in about 30 minutes. I'm going to be trading live. So you'll be able to see everything that I just talked about, but you'll be able to actually see me do it, from entering the trade, from talk what I'm doing, from what I'm looking at, all the above. If it's okay, I'll drop it in the general chat.
Yes.
And then we'll go from the YouTube channel. I'll drop the YouTube channel in the general chat, and we'll go from there. Other than that, I appreciate y'all having me on, and whoever decides to come hang out with your boy on YouTube, I'll see y'all soon.
See you, man. Thank you for joining. Cheers. Cheers, guys.